Hello, 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 people, YouTube people. I am Rex Red, and I am back with another awesome Daz Studio tutorial today. We have a blank scene, and so we are starting from the beginning. This is going to be a long video, okay? And you know, these videos are live, so when it comes to a Daz Studio video, what we're talking about here is me learning to do something that I have no idea what I'm doing. Sometimes, sometimes I've done these things before. This time I've done this video. I've done this before and had good luck, and I've done it before and had like no luck at all. So I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know that I have a goal in mind, okay? Hey, welcome, whoever's here. Say hi, Sigmund. Hi, Sigmund. Oh, that was nice, Sigmund. Sigmund, you're Sigmund. You're saying hi to yourself? Oh, well, I'll never be able to explain that to him, but okay. So we're working today with fog. Okay, I don't have any lights on my face today. I wore my contacts yesterday, and my eye is sore. And so I've decided to give my eyes a rest today, and so I'm not turning on the bright lights. And so maybe it would be a little better. No, if I turn down the overhead light, then I'm just going to look blue. But I could put up my yellow light, my yellow picture here. Where is it here? Open that up. Put that up here. And make it large. There. I think that helped. Okay. Okay, so we're back to Daz Studio again. Okay, so I just put that on my TV, a big yellow picture, all one color, and it then I'm bathed in yellow light. Okay, it's still kind of a light, but it's not as bad. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to work with Daz Fog. So I'm going to find some kind of land, products, environments. We're going to find some kind of piece of land. It's not going to be the land I'm going to use in this scene, because I have a picture in mind. There's going to be kind of like a seashore that goes along the side here, and it'll be over here is be the trees, and there's going to be all these gnarly trees and everything, and they're going to go out, and then there's going to be this kind of little sort of peninsula with a big tree on it, an outlet versus an inlet, so it's going to be like and there'll be a tree on that, and then over here this is going to all be white fog, and it's going to be, and there's going to be water here, and then the trees are going to be reflecting off the water, and then in here is going to be like a little sailboat in the fog, okay, and it's going to be called In the Fog. Okay, so but what I want to do is I want to put some kind of big piece of land here. Land. Let's try land. So it'll give me kind of a perspective of what my fog is doing, okay? Because I want to learn to use Daz Fog, and I'm not good at, every time I put it in, it doesn't look right, so then I go and use some other kind of fog. And if I just learn how to use Daz Fog, I think I will be doing well. So let's see what this land looks like. Okay, this looks like a long piece of land. It does still not giving me. Let's see what it looks like in Iray. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Actually, it looks like the lunar surface or something, like we're in Mars. It still isn't giving me a real life perspective. Let's Not that it's wrong. I might come back and use it. We'll see. What's this land look like? This looks pretty cool too. We're in Iray already. So this is not a very high quality land. You can see when you look up close, it's kind of, it's just not very detailed. So, and it's, I was looking for something flat. So I think I'm going to go back to this land just for now. Okay, it looks a little better up close here. Save. Now, all right. We're going to try this. I think I've got to bring some kind of character in here so that I know how big things are. Okay, so I'm going to bring in some kind of figure. All right, we'll bring in a male figure and so that we know the size of things. I wish I knew a figure that I had that's all dressed, but then none of them really are dressed. We'll bring Falco in. All right, I'm gonna have to put some clothes on him. So I will game capture is here. My hand camera isn't here for some reason. We'll leave that out today. I'm just not in the mood to figure it out why it's not here. I must have unplugged it or something. Welcome, Angus. Welcome. Welcome. Sigmund says hi. Says yes. Hope you are having a lovely day. So, okay, here we go. We're gonna have to. We got Falco in here. Why are we in the back? Okay, we got to go to the front of Falco. Falco has a beard already. Okay, let's put some pants on Falco. Real quick, wardrobe. Well, I suppose. Okay, now, these, I just saw some shorts that would work. Shorts. Okay, well, how about some materials for those shorts? MDL. Okay, let's click on the shorts and put some materials on them. There we go. Okay, we're back. Here's Falco, okay? And let's give Falco some kind of hair so he's not bald. And let's see if we can find hair that's not too complex. It's not going to slow our scene down too much. See, this gives me an idea of how he's right in the center of my world, okay? And so actually he's quite he's in the center. My land has to come down. So let's find some kind of hair that's going to be really low polygon, just something that is going to work. But not slow my scene down for now, okay? Something, okay, I wonder about the secret agent hair. Service. Where's the secret? This is it. Maybe this might work. Hair. Let's try this. We got to click on Falco. Think this will work. Okay, that goes on quick. It doesn't cause too much. Now let's let's darken it so it looks like it's kind of natural. There we go. Okay, there's Falco. All right, now let's put a pose on him just so he doesn't look kind of stupid like this. Land, lead, Y translate. He's probably going to come out of the scene. I'm not certain that I'm actually... And he has very, very hairy feet. I'm kind of shocked about that part. He might be part of some kind of vampire thing. I'm not sure, but what the heck is up with the hair on the feet? Let's see if I can. Legs lower, Falco feet, hair. Okay, that can go. That's a little bit kind of creepy. The leg hair is good. Now, I didn't know I had Falco hair. I'm sure you can mess with the hair on the feet. Let's see if what the chest hair looks like. That's not too bad. Falco's got some nice, fairly nice hair. It's kind of curly. So Falco comes with hair. All right, which we could put on any of our other figures, I believe. So that's pretty cool. And a beard, which I've never used before, but that's a pretty nice beard. I'm kind of wasting time here, but let's take a look at this beard. Why does his head just like disappear when I move the... Okay, all right. Yeah, Falco looks a little bit... Oh, this is why. Falco is an elf. And his hair isn't quite fitting. We got to fix this hair. All right, so let's go to our tool settings. Rotate. We're going to go to mesh grabber. I can't believe how many people take these... They take these figures into another program just to do this simple task of fixing the mesh, okay? And it's like, you know, and they say, oh, I can do it so much better in oh, I can't even remember the name of that program right now, but no, you can't. Okay, I got news for you. Look how easy this is. Okay, and if you learn to use Mesh Grabber, you don't have to go and export and blah blah blah. And the reason why they do it is because they've been doing that process for years and years, and they just don't know any other way to do it. So, you know, but this is the ticket right here. This is how you do it. You just use mesh grabber. Okay, people, don't okay, now looking at his hair, okay, I can tell that it's a little bit darker than his beard, lighter. So while we're here in this Secret Service thing, we might as well go to the materials and find something a little darker. Now that's a little too dark. Luckily, this Secret Service hair comes with a whole bunch of colors. That's kind of on the blue side. That's kind of on the green side. Do we have any darker brown? No. Okay, I think I can go in and dicker with this a little bit. Now that's the RSL brown. We don't want that. What happens if we go to surfaces? Let's get it as close as we can here. Well, I think the... Alright. The blue hair. Now go to surfaces. And base color is there. Glossy color, emission color. Let's find a different hair. Let's see. Not hair, but color. Color works. Shaders. Got to make sure it's selected here in surfaces. Let's see what happens. Now that looks just absolutely horrible. I think it's maybe because I used the cap. Edit, undo. Let's try just the hair part and see what happens. Yeah, see how that works? Just as long as you don't do the cap. There. That looks pretty good. All right, I'm not even going to use him, but it's just the idea of having a figure in here that now looks okay. Now we're going to give him a pose, and we're going to change his eyes. Okay, so we're going to go. We're just going to fix his eyes a little bit because they look like they're staring right out into the middle of. Why are the shorts? Okay, my mouse is now freaking out. Okay, we're going to go with these shorts and throw them onto Falco. They should be in Falco. Okay. It's not letting me move the shorts. I think my keyboard it's got a key stuck. Edit, undo, delete. Come on. My keyboard has a key stuck. All right. Why can't I drag this? Oh, I'm in surfaces. And it is already in there. Okay. Okay, this is all part of Falco, right? No. Secret Service hair, shorts, beard, none of this stuff is in Falco. This should all be in Falco. Now it's not letting me drag it. But it appears to be in him here. Okay, I see. All right. I'm trying to do stuff that I normally would do here, down here, thinking that I'm supposed to do it here. And okay, I'm getting a little rusty. I haven't been here in a while. Okay, so we're going to go click on Falco, and we're going to go to eyes. Nope, I guess we're not. EYES. Closed. Eyes closed. We're just going to close his eyes a little bit so they don't look like they're staring off into, all right, into space. A little bit less. Okay. Man with personality. Okay, and savvy. And then we're going to pick a pose just so, you know, I'm going to probably delete him anyway, but I just don't want to be looking at him for hours. Now we're going to filter context so we can get a pose that actually looks right. Okay, let's go here to poses, and then instead of land, we're going to type standing. Standing pose. Find somebody, sign one with him standing, doing something kind of manly, I guess is the word I'm thinking. Why not say it? All right, let's try this pose. Leave limits on. All right, let's see what happens. There we go, Falco. Now you look pretty cool. All right, so we have a figure in the scene. So we kind of, you know, if I put fog here, I'm not going to know how far away the fog starts to get thin, and, you know, and up close. And if I have a person in here, it's like when somebody, you know, has a cup or something they're selling on eBay or something, and they put a little, like a nickel or a dime next to it, so you know that the cup isn't like this big, you know, so that you know it's not like this gigantic cup, that it's a little teeny cup, okay? And so you set a dime, and it gives you perspective, okay? Now, if I put this land here, it could be like miles and miles of land, or it could be just like somebody's backyard. You don't know until you put a figure in the scene, and then now what I'm going to do also is I'm going to turn him so he's looking at the camera, so I know which way is front. Okay, so I'm not always constantly turning him. thinking that he's in the front. If I have him looking at the camera, Y translate. No, not Y translate. Edit, undo. We don't want to move him up. We want to rotate him. We're going to take him out of, put him in texture shaded mode. Okay. Y rotate. Okay, look at us. Okay, there we go. Now his feet are still going through and it looks like his hair is still he's still got a problem with his hair. Save this. Okay, so we're going to take the land and we're going to move the land down a little further so his feet are not going through the land. Okay, I think I'm going to have to bend this foot a little bit. Bend. Okay, that's good. And now we got to go save this again. Let's put a camera here. Create new camera. Copy. Okay, now we can move our perspective around, and we got some problems with the hair again. His scalp here. The hair just wasn't meant to fit on his head, but that's all we have to do is you can see it much better in so the back is fine, it's just these spots in the front. So we're going to go click on our Secret Service hair, go back to tools, back to mesh grabber. Bring that up a little bit. And bring this out a little bit. Okay, I think we have our Falco. Looks like another little spot here. Bring that out a little bit. Okay, you got to be careful you don't pull it out too much or just not going to look right, and something tells me it might need to pull it out here a little bit, just out of the, pull it out in the front so that his stop fighting me. All right, I think we've got it. Our little elf. Okay. Falco, I think he may actually be part of a centaur kind of thing, but I'm not sure. But he's very beautiful. Okay, now now we're gonna take our camera here and we're gonna make sure he's dead on front. We're gonna go edit. Object, lock. Oh, we don't have the camera selected. Edit, object, lock, camera. Okay, so lock selected node, save the map, save it. Now I can't move the camera. Okay, so now we're going to take and go back into Iray. Now we're going to do what? Welcome to this. Okay, we're going to work with Daz Fog today. Now, okay, I have to get out of Mesh Grabber. Okay, so you can't work with Daz when you have these tools selected. You have to come out and click on your movement tools. Okay, now I've got to put some kind of sky here. Okay, just so that it's going to kind of set the time of day. All right. So that, because it could be night, it could be day, and this is going to be a foggy scene, and I don't want it to be night, and I don't want the sky gray, because that's going to kind of create, when you're putting fog in, you're not going to really know how thick the fog is, because there's a gray sky in behind everything. Okay, so you've got to put some kind of render settings. Okay, now we're going to bring this down so I can work with this a little bit. Okay, now we got Falco. All of that is, this is all good. We don't have too many objects here. Now, So we're going to go to render settings, get rid of standing, go to files here, render settings. Let's go here to files and find a sky of some kind, just to give us a reference. Okay. I think this this sky looks good. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. This because it's going to be a foggy day, and we can add whatever light we want, but it gives us another point of reference. Okay. So this is where we get to the part that I have no idea what I'm doing. And that's why we're here, is to learn. Okay. So it just tells you that you can do things with Daz Studio. You don't have to know how to do things. You can kind of figure them out on your own. Okay. And so it's slowly, and what you don't understand, you can go into the Daz forums and you can ask questions and they will help you. Okay, so we have two different kinds of, I might have to stop this video and like watch a tutorial somewhere to learn, to go further, but we're going to try to do this. Now, one says matte fog, no idea what that is. And the other says ground fog, and you know, I think I know what that is, but I don't really know. Okay, and draw ground. We don't want the ground drawn, I guess, because we have a terrain here. Okay, so let's turn the ground fog on. Okay, now it kind of looks okay. But now when we get down into here, we got a ground fog albedo. And, you know, I would like to say I know what that means, but I have no idea what. But it's obviously a color, okay? Ground fog decay start. And the question is, does this work in texture shaded mode? And no, I can't. Let's see, turn on this. Turn on our light. No, it doesn't appear to work. Let's put a light in our scene. Edit, just so we have a light. We'll put a spotlight in and point it down on our guy, just so that, oh, there's his toe or something. Maybe, okay. Let's see. Let's take the light here and put it down on our dude, so that we don't have Daz trying to put in its own light, camera lights, default lights. We have our own light here. Okay. Now let's go back to our camera view. And let's go back to Iray mode. And it's going to take a little long. Okay, now let's take our spotlight and give it some lumens. Let's bring it up to 9. Okay, he's lit a little bit. All right, just enough. So now Daz won't try to turn on its own automatic lights. Now I'm going to take this spotlight display here, and I'm going to turn it off. Visual display in viewport off. I don't want it in my way like that. Okay. I can turn it back on if I need to, but I don't want it just constantly in my scene. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our environment options up here, and we're going to try to mess. So we have to change these while it's in Iray. Okay, this is why. Okay, so let's see. Fog decay. This says density start scale. Okay. Fog density, ground fog density start. Okay, and then this says ground fog decay height and end scale. Okay, this is really nice, because in these 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in these 8 parameters, okay, it looks like there's you can change the color and the density and how deep the fog starts, and this is like amazing. Okay, this is really, 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 really nice. Even though I don't know what any of them do, okay, we got to play with them. Okay, so let's bring the density, fog decay start. Okay, let's bring it way up. Let's try. Okay, so obviously we have a lot of fog in the beginning, and this is what I don't want in my picture. Okay, I'm gonna want the fog to start. Okay, well, it's way back there now. Okay, so now if you notice, this is let's go back to texture shaded. See, I'm talking to myself, okay, but this is how I learn things. But this you see this line here, and this you can barely see the line that goes back. This is the center of our scene. Okay, so he's standing right in the center. Okay, so this gives you an idea of now as you can see, you can still see the light here, but you can't see the fog in texture. So you have to work with this fog in Iray in order to get it right. Now there might be programs that you can buy that there are, and I own some of them, and I don't know how to use any of them. Unfortunately, I haven't spent the time to learn, but they give you preset fog kind of scenarios, okay? But if you mess with this enough, now if this albedo, that sounds short for another word, like, but I can't think of it, like like atmosphere or something, you know, or ambience, you know, but it's or it might be like, but I don't know, I'm guessing, but it's the color of the fog. Okay, but now does the fog actually give off light, or does it just respond to the light around it? You can change its color, but even if you change it to blue, if you have a pink sky, it's still going to be kind of pinkish because the sky is interacting with the fog. Okay, and that's what I would assume. Okay, so we got this decay start. So if I bring it back a little bit here, okay, notice this line. This is the decay. So back there, it's pretty strong. It's not what I wanted because I was... Okay, so how about if we go decay height? Let's bring this up. Okay, I don't see anything happening here. End scale. Let's bring this up. Okay, this is it appears to be making it darker in the back. Oh wow, this is what I was kind of looking for. Now if we go our density start and bring this down a little bit more, you see then we have it getting really strong in the background. Now end scale. Okay, I don't see it going high. Okay, so now this is where we have matte fog. What happens? Matte fog, okay. Visibility tint, okay. I think I understand now. All of a sudden we have, when we turn matte fog on, oh, okay. When I turn the matte fog on, okay, we ended up with now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new things. This is ground fog, and this is now matte, as in that it's I think that might be a play on words, so that it may be have something to do with the material, but matte usually means to dull it, but as you see now, but I think it may have to do with the light of the fog, where the fog can actually become a light source, possibly. And you know what? I really did not think that the fog here aspect of the environment tab was this detailed. I thought it had like 2 or 3 settings. You know, you could just say how much and how high. And but this is, because it has all these settings, that makes it so awesome, because that means you can create the kind of fog. Now, the only thing I don't see here is turbulence, where you can put swirls in the fog and put cloudy kind of puffs and stuff. I don't see that. I just see a kind of gradient where it becomes like a haze on the horizon. But I'm sure that I can make it so high that it will obscure this sky. That's what I want to do. I want to make it just high enough so that it covers this, but you can almost see the sky through it a tiny, 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 teeny, tiny bit. So that it's almost, so that back here it's like 0 visibility, but up here you can still see, because I'm going to have trees, like these old trees, and it's going to be a white fog. And there's going to be beautiful water here, and I don't think he's going to be here. But there's going to be these old gnarly trees and everything here, and then there's going to be a water here and a little sailboat way out in the fog, okay, that you can barely kind of see. All right, so that's the idea, okay, of this picture. So now, whether if I can pull it off or not, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to use ultra scenery for the land. And then I'm going to find some trees. I want some trees with moss growing up the bottom of them. I want something looking really, really, and then kind of gnarly and scary kind of, and it look like a real forest. And the fog is what's going to make everything kind of, and then the water is going to have reflections of the trees coming down on the water here. But then it's going to go into this whiteness in the background, okay? So, as you can see, I'm very far away kind of from that right now. But learning how to use the fog, let's turn the matte fog off for now, and let's just mess with the fog itself. Okay, ground fog, decay height. Let's bring this up some more and see. See if I can bring, oh, look at this now. It looks like it's getting higher. Okay, so we're going to go, we're going to put a couple of 9s on here. Well, that brought it way up. Okay, let's take a 9 off. Let's bring that down to 9 here. Okay, that brought the fog up high. Let's bring it down to 6. Okay. All right. Now, what if we bring the start now here? Back some. See, now you can see, but what it doesn't seem, where it starts. Okay, we're pushing that back further, but then we lose our height. Start scale. Okay. And then we'll bring the start closer. 0. Okay. how do we, okay, we gotta reset. Okay, we have a fog, okay, ground fog. So we're going to just try messing with each one of these until we start to get an idea of what they do. Reset. Let's try this. All right. This is strange. That in here, this is strange. This go all the way to the end, and then we have this like infinity kind of effect, and then we go here, we have an infinity effect, but in the middle, just a little bit in, we have some other kind of effect. And I'm sure this all makes sense when you understand what they do, what's happening, but I have no idea what's happening other than what I can see, and it still doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's go back to 0 on this. We'll reset. I'm gonna have to read about this and study about it. So N scale, this is what I would like to let's go up to 90. Let's go to 900. Okay. You know, this almost kind of works. Let's go to 1,000. Ground height. Fog. Ground fog decay height. Okay, and our this is our reset. Our default amount is for 9144. Why? I don't know. But let's see. This doesn't say ground fog start, or I don't see distance. It just says this is the density start. Fog decay, ground fog decay start. Let's bring these over so I can read them without having to put my mouse over them. Okay, let's bring this over a little bit so I can have more room to do stuff, to work on this. Okay, now we'll bring this over a little bit so we can read these all the way. Okay, now, so the next one we're going to mix with is this decay, ground fog decay height. Okay, we have, all right, let's read these. Albedo, that's a color. I don't want to change the color. Oh, well, let's change the color. Let's see what happens. Green. Okay, now we have a green fog. That is really nice because it kind of gives me more of a perspective, okay, of what, of how deep this fog really is, okay? And the blue fog. Very nice, okay? You can see it's obscuring the land up to a certain point. What I don't see happening is it's obscuring the sky, the height, okay? So let's mess with the height. Let's go to 9. Okay, well that brought it right up to and I can still sort of see him, okay? So let's bring it, and just until, let's go 8. Let's bring it down, just the height down just enough so that we can almost see the clouds. 3, let's go 2. There we go. So let's go to 3. 3. Okay, we're going to go 350. So that the sky is, okay, 400. And our sky is pretty much gone. We can see a little bit. That's what I want. Now, what we decay start is what happens when we move this down like that? Okay, we're losing our height. So reset. Okay. Density start scale. That made it worse. Okay. This is really touchy. This is like the kind of thing that a very small percent, 0.5. Let's go 0.3. Now you see, I can see the ground here. Okay, 0.3, 4, 5. Okay, I think this has got to be minus. Okay, minus 1. All right, this apparently the moment you go into the negative 0, 0, 1. Okay, so this can only have a positive amount, I think. We go to 0. Okay. Wow. Okay, so 1.1. Okay, 1 point. So if we go 1.01. Okay, 1.07. 1.02. See, it's really, really touchy. This 1.03. Wow, it's like almost impossible to. So okay, density start scale. Okay, we're gonna just wrap that up as we don't understand it. Okay, density, fog density start. Okay, ground fog height we have at 400. N scale is 1,000. So the decay start, is that the one I just was working with? Let's go minus 40. Okay, let's go a little more. Minus. Now when we go do this, we're losing our background. We're seeing more of the purple sky come in. So let's go positive 43, positive, let's go 50, just 50. Let's go 100. Okay, let's take a look at our land here. Oh, we got to go to our perspective mode. Okay. This is really strange, okay? Because now we're something tells me this isn't really well, okay. It's all right. Okay, I see now what happens. Not really. This is really, really a brain thing. But if I go like this, the reason why it covers is it because we're now looking at it from the bottom through the. So maybe the fog height. Okay, I wish this was easier to tell, but it isn't. It just isn't. So front. Okay, so let's go and now and mess with this. I have to learn how to use this because this is a really, really nice kind of fog for Daz Studio. So fog, ground, ground fog, decay, start. Let's go to our reset. Okay, so what happens when we bring this up to 400? Okay, so we're obviously, okay. This seems to be like where it starts. Okay, I don't know. Let's see, 0 again. Decay, start. Okay, there's got to be a help file on this. Okay, let's go here. Let's all right, let's go to Daz. Daz. This is a really nice tutorial here. I think probably I need to watch his tutorials on these. Not the volumetrics. And this is a fairly old one. This is from March 10th. All right, let's see what we have. Alignment. Go to the menu, find the plane. Then in the parameters menu, change the X rotation to 90 degrees and the Y rotation translate to about 100 until it is centered in your scene. Now using the Z translate, move the plane towards you until it blocks out your entire scene. All you can see now is a white square. Okay. Open up the surfaces menu. Once that is open, scroll down the plane, highlight it, click the advanced tab, and create these color. Press small arrow next to it to browse. We use a zip file I provided. Okay, this is not that. Volumetric effects. The ground fog feature is under render settings. What's the memory usage? Volumetrics, okay. Now we need real volume for water and glass. I imagine that's coming. Like light rays or dusty water, something like that. I didn't know about the glass. Iray has always supported water and glass homogeneous volumes. Homogeneous. That's how I say it. Homogeneous is maybe the way they say it. I don't know. In Europe, I don't know. Sorry, I've read. Now we need No, we need instead of now. Okay. All right. This is kind of what we're looking at here for fog. I was able to kind of get this effect. I'm looking for a bigger effect. Okay. So, where do I find in Daz? What components do I need? Everyone's talking about ground fog, but what about matte fog? Was that always there? I don't remember. Ground fog features under render settings. Okay, this is but I haven't tried loading VDB files myself, but this seems to be what you need to do. Okay, so all right, all right, we've got the ground fog. Maybe in order to do this, the sky fog, you have to create a VDB, and that would give you the roly-poly kind of what would they be called? Kind of fog, by having a cube in there that you can move it around, and it would give you, and you'd have to color it the same, give it all the same kind of textures. Let's see. I wanted to read see if there's somebody answered this question. But what about the matte fog? Was that always there? I don't remember. Download. I think. Okay, let's go. Go to create menu, choose the news primitive, create a cube that's 1 meter inside, select the cube and go to the cube surfaces. Select the default surface of the cube, go to shade or preset and add your volume. Okay, apply a simple open VDB MDL volume shader to the cube. Okay, the cube's default surface will now have a property volume file. Click the ... to open a file, browse and locate the VDB file you have downloaded or created depending on the surface of, and I have a bunch of them, depending on the surface source of the VDB you need to go to the cube's parameter and scale. Change the scale. Houdini.vdb files, you will need to have the scale set to 1000 to be correctly displayed. The viewport offers no representative of the VDB file, so you will need to use Iray preview render to see it. You can't use it in texture shaded mode. Okay, that's that. Ground fog was in the previous version and possibly earlier. Matte fog even earlier than that. Okay, there was a ground fog, but it wasn't VDB ground fog. It was a different kind. It was kind of like a cheat ground fog. For those asking about the cube effect, it is the scattering offset that has to be kept very dark or preferably completely black. Otherwise, it allows scattering up to the edge of each voxel, making them all visible. The denoiser has quite a nice effect too. All right, so excuse me. This is important here. And I think this might have to do with when shining lights into the fog, that if these are not completely black, when you shine a light into it, the fog that's in the front is going to get so whited out that you won't be able to see the density of the fog. And so when you set the scattering offset to black or very dark, then it will allow like a light to go through the fog and not just shine and make a big white spot right in front of you kind of thing. So making them all visible. Okay, so the edge of each voxel. I don't know, but that's kind of what I get from that. Which is a huge thing, because you don't want your lights to just create that kind of, you don't want it to, you want them to penetrate through the fog and not respond so intensely to the fog that's close to it. If I do this, all I get is a blocky Lego bunny. Okay, mine is black. I still get the Lego bunny. I've updated the drivers, updated the menus, and restarted Daz Studio, re-downloaded and installed the default filters. Nada. I'm going to take a break. Perhaps you could have a shader preset and post it here. Could save a shader preset and post it here. That should be 4.71 on the Windows for GPU rendering, which still supports Windows 7 and 8.1. That hasn't changed since 4. Make sure your system is compatible with latest NVIDIA drivers, which you will need. Builder and 3D Delight only tool. Shader Mixer and Shader Builder is a 3D Delight only tool. Some of that, such as the Ocean project, is way before we had the new feature. What will be possible with more advanced shaders remains to be seen. Matte Fog. Here is another thing on Matte Fog. Where is it? Matte Fog property toggles the state of matte fog, toggles display of additional matte fog related properties. Added as render settings, matte fog visibility properties, specifies the visibility range in meters. Okay, dark objects still perceived according to Cosmider equation. Added a render setting, environment, matte fog, matte visibility, tint property, allows variance. Okay, so these things, I'm not sure. Maybe a lot of these features are not necessarily, there's only like a few that absolutely need to be done. Time to render the cloud bunnies. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Nice color on this. Made a cloud, managed to get to merge nicely with HDRI above the clouds. Okay, let's check this out. That's pretty nice. Yes, it is. It's beautiful. Okay, can use a way less detailed mesh, apply the shader, attach the VDB file, export from Cinema in the dedicated parameter. The primitive sphere works, but a custom mesh like yours will be more handy. I made a quick guide on my DA. I will upgrade it during my testing today. Well, guess what? I don't have Cinema. Thank you for the tutorial. Very easy to follow. I had an issue of the first render because of the density multiplier. How much does Cinema 3D? Okay, Cinema 4D pricing. 4D it is. Cinema 4D subscription. Okay, $999 a year. Is Cinema one time for individual users? The annual plan for Cinema runs $719, billed annually, or $59 a month, while monthly plan will set you back $94 per month. The perpetual license for Cinema 4D is $3,495. Cinema is Cinema 4D a free alternative? Now all up. What is this? Caterno. Where I think Maxon makes Cinema. Products. Cinema 4D. Okay. This is a really great program. Probably it rivals Daz 3D, but I don't believe they have maybe the models that Daz has right now. I'm not sure, but Daz but the thing is that I think you can take any model that you buy from Daz and bring it into Cinema, and then you have this really powerful environment. It's much more powerful environment than Daz. For animation, for everything, it's not the end all of all programs. In fact, probably you would be better to bringing everything into either like 3D Max or into Unreal. But Cinema is amazing. Allow cookies. Okay. So this is what is Cinema? Is a professional 3D modeling, animation, simulation, rendering software solution. It's fast, powerful, flexible, and stable toolset. Made 3D workflow more accessible and efficient for design, motion graphics, FX, and blah blah blah, virtual reality, game development, all types of visualization. Professional. Cinema 4D produces stunning results, whether working on your own or in a team. Award-winning Monograph. Monograph is a procedural modeling and animation tool set that gives motion design. Okay, so we're off on a tangent. Easy to learn, easy to use is widely recognized as one of the easiest, most accessible 3D packages to learn and use. To soften that learning curve, Maxon offers thousands of tutorials on Cineversity and hundreds of quick tips. Maxon's training team also hosts weekly and monthly live webinars to help new and existing users. I think it is quite easy to use. I'm not going to disagree with that. Check out some of the amazing work from our talented community of filmmakers, VFX artists, and motion designers. These look pretty cool. This one looks really nice. I like that one. Okay. I'm not see this right here. No fog. I don't see any fog at all. That's what we're working on. We're trying to. Now this looks like it kind of has a hazy thing going on here, but I don't really see. And this one has some fog. Okay. You can see he's not foggy up front, and then it's slowly, but it doesn't get incredibly foggy. That's what we're working on here. This one has a fog, but that might be a cheat fog, okay? But that's what we're working on here is fog, okay? I don't have $4,000, so that's out. Somebody here does, though. Thanks for the feedback on density. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Okay, now what I'm not gonna do is to watch the tutorial. What I'm gonna do is link you up with it. Okay, on YouTube. So we're gonna go to YouTube. We'll type Daz Fog. Okay. Now, that's all you got to do, I think, is type in Daz Fog, and you will find this tutorial, Creating Atmospheric Ground Fog with Daz Studio 4.20, and that's what we're working with. And you might want to watch this tutorial because that's what I'm going to do. It's about 3 months old, so it's very new. And I'm going to watch it. I've seen it before. I'm going to watch it again just to familiarize myself with this. And then I will come back and see if I've learned something. Oh, look, somebody made this. And as I am live. Whoa, somebody's watching. 2 people are watching, people. So, yeah. So this is pretty cool. So I'm going to watch this. Now, look at what we see here in his example. We see I've already been able to achieve this kind of fog, all right? What I'm looking for is fog that's going to go and cover the whole sky, all right? And I think in order to do that, now what I could do is just lay put a cube there, you know? But I was hoping that I could like ramp the fog up so it starts out low and gets high and fills out, so that the fog that's rolled in is in the background and then up in the foreground. It hasn't reached you yet, okay? That kind of idea. And it looks like he's got that effect to some degree, where in the background it's thicker, but it doesn't go all the way up. And I want the whole sky white with fog. Okay, so I want this distance effect, like that way in the distance there's heavy fog and up close. So I think I already explained that. So, but we'll see if one of these particular parameters that he explains very well in this, but I think he goes into, it's not just about the fog. I think this is also about another scene, but I might be wrong, because I think he works with, this is another one where he's working with, he's got some kind of ground fog there. I'm not sure. And this is 3 months ago, so this would be the same kind of thing. I think I've seen this one as well. Yeah. This one right here has 4,000 views. So, all right. So, it's a good tutorial. So I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to check this video out. Okay, so I will be back maybe in a little bit, and we will continue working on our scene. Okay, thank you for watching, and let's go back here to our scene for a moment, and let's go back to our Falco, to here, and we were able to. Now the thing is when I'm able to bring the fog all the way up through the whole scene, but moving it back, I'm not getting the kind of ramping up of the fog that I wanted to do. I may have to do this with several different products, like with so to make this work. Okay, so that is the idea here. So we go to our fog here, the environment, and we've got decay heights. See, these seem like, it seems like it's got what fog decay start, fog's decay start scale. It seems like it's a ratio kind of fog, where it start, to me, what start means is where it starts, and then we have decay height. Okay, these I don't know what they mean, and so we'll see. I will learn what these mean because this is exactly what he's going to be talking about in this tutorial. So, so there we go. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I promise we'll get our Falco out of the fog at some point. And now he's in a pink fog. So let's get a lighter pink. Oh, that's really that's not the color I expected to see happen there. So it's a really heavy fog. Let's see, fog density N scale. Let's go down to 500. I just put way too much. I put 5,000. Let's go 500. And let's go to 50. And so I have no idea what these are doing. And that's the thing, is because it's in Iray, it's hard to tell where is the fog starting, where is it ending. Does this start scale mean on the plane, like it starts here and goes up, or does it mean it's starting here and goes in? See, I have no idea. It's what these are. So until I figure this out, I have no idea yet. So this kind of looks cool. Let's save this here. So all right, so that's going to do it until I learn more. I thought I could possibly just dicker my way through these and figure it out. Fog. All right, ground fog density end. Okay, now this is a color, but it's like a black color. It's almost like it's like where the black color makes the fog disappear. So the black could possibly, this 111 could be like a magic number that makes the fog, the more you give of this, the more, but in some direction, whether if it's coming up or whether if it's going in, something like that works. So ground fog density start, we have another color here, and this is another magic number. It's almost pure white. It's almost pure white. This is almost pure black. So something magical is happening with these things here. Okay, the fog density start, density end. This is something to, and obviously the fog color is here. So and the decay height, let's go down to 30. No, that's not. All right, so let's go to 200. See, this is kind of interesting too. So I may just have to put something way in the background that's pink, that's white, okay, because I really wanted this fog to be white. Okay, I might just have to put something in the background that's white. This is kind of what I want, okay, except that the sky isn't white. So, or I could just put a white foggy kind of sky, which would kind of work to some degree if I can move this back and thin this fog out. So I'm going to learn more, but look at how nice this is. So at least for the ground fog, this is working. I'm going to do a few more things. Let's do one more thing here that's kind of fun. Let's add some kind of land. Let's go and play with some ultra scenery. Ultra, just do ultra. What am I doing? Okay, ultra. Ultra scenery. Where are you? Utilities. We have a camera. Okay. Height map. We're gonna go 1. Features. No features. Oh, we do want a feature. We want this coast. And then we want ecology. Let's do grassland 2. Water. Yeah, we'll use this blue lake. Build. We're going to go our camera view, and build. All right. Because I want to put something down on the ground and see if how much you can see the water, how much you can see the grass, and so we just have this nondescript kind of ground. Okay, give us a moment. Done. Close. All right, you can't see the ground at all. The ultra scenery ground. So we've got to go back to our fog here and take some of this density down here. Density N scale. Let's go down to 10 here. That didn't work. Let's bring this down to 100. Okay, I think I want this back at 200. I don't know about the N scale, but that's not enough fog. I can see the water. Okay. $200. And this isn't working. Okay. All right, ultra scenery is not. Okay. The only way to do this is to see, once I move ultra scenery, you can't go back into. So let's open ultra scenery back up again. All right, this reloads what we have here. Let's just turn off all the daisies and river rocks and everything, and turn off the camera. None. Rebuild the scene with none of that stuff in there. Just the ground and the. I don't think I turned off the water. I don't think I did. All right. This is making it so much difficult to deal with the fog on at the same time. It's like, okay, I can't see crap. All right, so let's go back here and turn off the fog while we make some land. Environment map, that's our sky. Okay, let's turn off the fog. Ground fog off. Okay, this is terrible. Okay. This is our ultra scenery, and it's not working at all. Okay. All right. I have this dotty thing. It's all these dots. I hate that. Something's gone and changed in my render settings. It's like a dot thing. I can't stand these dots. It's I know what it's called. Filtering. It's post noise. I thought it was a noise thing. Okay. Bloom filter, pixel filter. No, let's go box. Okay. It's not that. Let's see. Alpha. Every time I do this, I have to render mode, photoreal. Not sure why. Okay, this might have something to do with this new renderer I put in here. It does allow me to move stuff around, but I just don't like the way you can kind of see what you're doing. It allows me to move it right around. Okay, the problem with this water is the land has no height. So we're going to open this ultra scenery back up. And we're going to change the altitude to like 3. Okay. And now we have some land here. Okay. This is kind of what I was looking for here with oh, okay. I see what's happening here. This is my other plane here, my land. We got to turn that off. Okay. Now we have our ultra scenery. This is going to be our final. I just used that land to give me a perspective. Okay. But technically, now this gives me sort of the land that I'm looking for. And it tells me, gives me, that's beautiful right there. With my camera in the way, but that's really beautiful right there. I like that. Yeah, Jesus was an elf. Let's see. I don't think anyone's ever uttered those words before. Let's see now. So, what I don't dare do is move the land. Excuse me, because once I move the land. All right, let's try. Excuse me, I didn't mean to cough in the camera here, in the microphone. Sorry about that. I should have muted my mic. I'm trying to think here. Look how beautiful the reflection on this water is. Ultra Scenery has really, really perfectly made water. It's just perfect. It's the perfect kind of resolution for a really nice sky, whatever tree reflection that you're looking for. Trying to think. Okay, now the land. Let's open this back up. Now we have, this is our land part. It's okay. We don't want that. We want to go back here to that and then open this, and it reloads our land scene. Now we're at 3. Okay, height map. We don't have a height map. This is our map here. It tells us, okay, so if we change this seed, it's going to change the way the water, the land, brightness, contrast, zoom, seed, octaves. Okay, that makes it. Okay, let's try that. Build. Okay, done. This doesn't look like it changed it at all. Really well, this. Okay. See, what I don't like is this little point here that comes out. I wish it just kind of went around, like it came out a little bit. I'm looking for something in particular, a specific kind of land. And all right, let's try again. Let's try a different feature. Waterway. Wetlands. You'd think if you couldn't find the coastline that you're looking for here, you're not going to find it anywhere. But, okay. What if we take, there was one that was just one-sided, I think. One-sided sea. This is like one-sided. Coast. All right. So we have just a coast, no other side. And then we go to this scene here, and we can change our octaves. 2 octaves. Let's go with 1 octave again. Change the seed. All right. Coast. I don't need a road, but okay, let's see. what we have here. Ecology, we'll go back, we'll keep with grasslands. What's this? I think we'll go with this grassland instead. And then water, we'll stick with the water there. We're going to get rid of the trees, because I'm going to use my own trees. Grass stuff, river logs. I don't need the river logs. I don't need the river grass. Grass tufts, daisies. I don't think I need the daisies. Base verge. River pebbles. Don't need the aspens. Alright, rebuild. Let's see what we got here. This might take a while. Four o'clock, almost dinner time. Okay, come on. I think these river pebbles and all were a bad idea. I should have rendered it to see what the land looked like first before I put all the pebbles and stuff in it. Come on. I know I should have done that. I think the idea is like with ultra scenery, I'm still trying to figure this program out, but is to leave the land where it wants to render until you see the coastline that you want. And then you move your camera over there, you render it the way you want. Then you move your camera back to the center of the scene and move the land over, and then you're kind of stuck with that piece of land. That's the way it's going to be. Now, there is a possibility of saving the land and bringing, before you move it, and saving it and then bringing it back in and reopening, as long as everything's still in its original place. You can reopen it, change it, do something to it, and then move it back to where you want in the scene. So that's kind of starting to become my idea of how to do ultra scenery. But let's see. Okay, it says it's done, but you still have to wait until it allows you to click on the done button. There we go. Done. Well, what happened to my sky? Somehow he ended up in the middle of the Well, there it is. There's all of it. This looks kind of cool. But let's go to our texture shaded mode. And let's see what we have here. Okay, we're going to zoom out a little bit. We're going to zoom around here and see where's the water. Well, it's not really going to show me. Control L, how about a light in the scene? Okay. This looks like it could be the land. This could be, well, the thing is, you just can't move stuff around in this. I really wish that and like the coloration of this. Okay, now let's take a look at this land in let's take a look at this in not sure why we lost our light. Let's see what it looks like in Iray. Okay. Now I could take this scene here. Now the coast is too big. I wanted this to come right up kind of closer, the grass to come in. I don't know how I'd fix that. This is kind of close to what I want. Just at the edge here, this pebble beach is just too much. And it might be a feature of this particular land set. Okay, so let's go back to, and we're way off center from our world. Texture shaded, not that far, but quite a bit. Where is my light, for gosh sake? I never can figure out why it works sometimes and it doesn't at others. It's just not working now. It might only work with the camera. So this is a it's close to what I'm looking for. Let's open Ultra Scenery again. Okay. Now what if... Okay, brightness, I see. what if we do something like this? Okay, see what that does right there? Makes, I think, less beach. Okay, let's go back here and let's just build some of the. Okay, I've got my camera view, so oh no, okay. I see. I can create another camera. Create. Okay. Not yet. I can't. Oh, it says current view. All right. Rebuild. Okay. All right. And we're going to get rid of the river stones and the long grass and base verge. Just a few of these road pebbles. We'll get rid of them. Rebuild the scene. Let's see if this made our seacoast like thinner. Because I want the trees with the moss and all these to be right kind of up to the edge of the water. That would be interesting because if you have more of a blend between the black and white than like it's gray, then everything's going to kind of be flattened out and smooth. But if you have more of a contrast where it goes to really black and then really white, it's going to hopefully make the edge of the beach make less of an edge. Done. Let's see, Iray. Or maybe not. No, there's a lot more beach there now. So that didn't work. Okay, so we're going to go back in here and pick a different. Okay, I have to pick a river scene then, because this is like a continental kind of scene. So this coast. So if we do something river, it's going to have less of a and then I might have to just make the other side kind of disappear, and I think I can do that. Coast, these are coastal. Those are going to have wide bridge. Country ford. This still looks like it's going to have a big coast. Crossing. Don't want a crossing. Island. Island 2. Lake. Alright. This might be really huge. Let's try it. Okay, now we'll go scene, features, lake, ecology. We're going to stick with the grasslands, build, and we've got all these still turned off, grass tufts, river pebbles. Okay, rebuild current view, Rebuild the scene. I don't guess it doesn't matter what view I use. 4:20. I can eat in another 5 o'clock, maybe around there. I'm thinking about 5. Okay, let's see what we have now. Done. Close. All right. This looks like I don't have any river pebbles or something. Something's not quite right here, but can I move this around? All right, we got to go into... Why is this so dark? Okay. Texture shaded. All right, we're going to create another camera, new camera. Okay, now let's look through camera 2. Can I brighten this up now or something? Control L. Yeah, okay, now we have a light. So the light only works with the camera. Okay, there he is. There he is. Okay, what if we go here? This is not a very big lake. That's why we have him here. Okay, so that we can... All right. This is just not the land that I want. Okay. This isn't working. This lake is too small. Alright, so that's not working. So let's go back. Do I still have this selected? No. Ultra scenery. Okay. It's not the lake I want. No, I selected the water. Okay. So we're going to go back to features. Lake 2, Lake 3, Pond, River. Let's try River 6. Ecology, same thing. Water, same thing. So what else is here? River pebbles, road pebbles, we don't want them on. Grass tufts, we don't want them on. Base grass. Alright. We're going to have you turn on none. Rebuild the scene. It would be certainly easier to get rid of one whole side of, you know, like to just cut out the rest of the land on one side. I can do that. So, done. Close. Now, okay. Okay, so we come over here. Go this way. This looks like a gigantic beach again. It's like the coast. All right, but this is a knot. Okay, so it gives me two options. One is a very larger looking beach kind of area. And this side There's less of it. Now, what would be really, really, you know what we need? Ultra Scenery Creator. I'm not sure of your name, but you're an awesome person. Is the ability to take this map out, bring it into Photoshop and mess with the map, and then bring it back in, load it in. There's no way to export this map. And then go in, make it the way I want, bring it back in, and then load it in, set up, and have Ultra Scenery do its thing with it. That's what when I put my mouse over this and how all that stuff selects like that, I don't know that was always there. But, it just drives me nuts the way it does that. All right, well, let's see what this is not what I want. It meanders too long, too much. Okay, let's go back here and find a straight river. Features, straight river. Okay, river 8. This looks like a straight river. I can get rid of the bridge, I think. And it looks like it goes out to kind of... Oh, and look, it's got a little tuft on it, too. Ecology, we're going to keep the same ecology, the same water. Make sure it hasn't turned on any... Okay, we'll leave the river pebbles. We'll leave the river stones as well. Rebuild the scene. Leaving the stones on may have been a mistake, because it's going to put like 10 billion stones into it now. But we shall see. Now we're going to probably have the same thing. One side of the river is going to have a big bank, and the other side's going to have a small bank. I'm kind of thinking that that's going to be the same case. Done. Close. What have we got now? Okay, the river starts here. That is what I want right there. This is the piece of land that I want. I didn't want a road through it, but I can kind of cover that with trees and stuff. This is kind of what I want. Right here. And it doesn't look like we have this gigantic coast. I think this is what I want, all right? In fact, I'm not even going to need that. This is it. This is exactly what I'm looking for here. Let's see what this looks like in Iray. In Iray. Okay, come on. Show me what we got here. Nope, we got this gigantic stone beach. All right, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to... God. All right. Now... It's the perfect piece of land, and... All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to just build grass up by hand here. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take our, we're on our camera 2. We're going to take this here. And, because we're going to have a forest here. But I'm not sure that this is right now. Texture, let's see if I can move this around with this. No, I can't. All right. Texture shaded. All right. What I gotta do is bring this down like this so that the trees so we can see the trees. Let's see what this looks like. Now it looks like the trees could be tall enough that you could kind of see them if they grow here. Now, this doesn't look like a river to me. This looks like the ocean. It doesn't look like a river, okay? Because a river usually has the stuff right up to the edge. It's like a beach, like this is like gigantic waves crash against this. All right, so texture. Texture shaded. It's kind of what I want, but and it's not. But maybe I can make it into what I want. Okay, this is camera 2. And of course we got to have a giant rock right in the middle of the scene where I don't want it. Why is that there? Okay, let's go back to ultra scenery. Why is this white? Okay, here we go. What's this zoom? Oh, zoom. I can zoom in on a feature. There's our contrast. How do I set these back to 0, I guess? This looks terrible. All right. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Scale and position. None of these are making a lot of sense to me. You can't scale the land. I think you can scale the image. Position the image. And what is zoom? What's the difference here with zoom? All right, let's take off of these grass and the base verge. Let's just play with the land itself. Build scene. Build scene. So we can kind of mess with the land. I kind of get what I like, and then there's a rock in the middle of the water that I don't want there, because that's going to destroy the reflection of the trees hanging over. So okay, come on. It's still building a bridge. I suppose should have turned the bridge off as well, but okay. Done. Close. All right, well, the rock's gone. And, okay, this is starting to look like kind of what I want. All right, let's save this. Now we'll go back to ultra scenery. Gonna build. We'll leave on base grass, past verge, daisies. No, I don't. Grass tufts, long grass, river grass, river logs. No, no logs. River pebbles, river stones, road pebbles. I don't need them. Okay, and we're gonna pick camera 2, which is what we're looking at here. Okay, rebuild the scene. Oh, 441. All right. Okay. All right. Well, okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things going on. Yesterday, I captured the Pride Parade. Went out and did that, and done. Let's see what this looks like. Got a rock there, but I don't mind that so bad. Okay. Let's go here. Here's another thing where I need perspective. Texture shaded. I think I need a tree here. Okay, I think I just screwed that up, but I gotta put some trees here to get the perspective here. File. Let's try moss tree and see what comes up. Nothing. All right, let's just try tree. Oh, that's because I've got this selected here. Okay, ultra scene. Let's turn that off for a while. Okay. see what we have for trees. Let's go to my other camera. And let's take Falco, and hide him for a while. Why is he blurry? It's like my camera focus is out or something. Look at the reflection on the water. Okay, we got something happening there, but not enough moss on that tree. No, I didn't want to delete Falco. I worked too hard on him. Undo, bring him back. Okay. The Stuarthia tree. All right. There's no moss on these trees. Celtic. These look like the trees I want. Let's see what they look like. Kinda, sorta, maybe. No, that's not it. Let's try this one. That's kind of nice. Prop. These sort of look like they would work. Bark. Climbing tree. See, there's just no moss. These usually there's like moss that grows up so far, you know, on the tree. It's just excuse me again. Materials. I don't think I'm going to find a moss tree. Prop. Not enough of a root system. Totally no moss. Here we go. Another tree. This is going to have a root system growing up the side of the tree. Okay. Let's go to camera 1 and see what this looks. Camera 1 is locked. I don't see any moss. No moss at all, it doesn't look like. Alright, let's turn on some, give this light a little bit of point light. Where is your lumens? These trees are kind of looking like something that I might be able to use. They don't have a lot of moss, but they have a kind of coloration down there that looks like I might be able to excuse me, use these now. I wonder if these are all part of these are pet trees. I wonder if that is Iray. Let's go to our surfaces. Base color. Now you've got me. Alright, let's go to our tree here. Which tree is this? Okay, Pet Tree 5. Explore product. Props. Fantastic Enchanted Trees. Props, all files, it doesn't show any materials. Fantastic and Enchanted Trees. Fantastic. And Enchanted Trees. I'm sure it's not. Well, these might be Iray. Yes, they are Iray. All right. Yeah, you can see I paid probably about $5 for them or something, at least $5 or $10. They were probably worth it. They are worth it. Let's see. Pet Trees, Fantastic and Enchanted Trees. Enter. I am so tired of fighting with those things. You click on it wants to change the darn name. Okay. I think these trees are going to work. So, all right. So we're going to bring in a bunch of them. And where were we? We've got two 15s. We don't want two of those. All right. And this is 14. We'll bring in 14. We got which one's that? 3. We've got already got a 3. 4, 5. We'll bring in a 5. And a 6. And 7. All right. And we're going to call these vet trees. Create new group. Vet trees. Okay, those are our trees. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our ultra scenery. We'll hide these trees for a while. And I think Falco can pretty much go out of the scene, but I think what I'm going to do is save Falco. I took time making him. So we're going to click on Falco, File, Save As, Scene Subset, Falco, save, and let's grab a hold of him. Turn everything off but him. And save Falco. There we go. Now we can delete him. And I can bring him back at any time. Now, okay. We'll leave the point light in the scene. Now we're going to turn on the vet trees were supposed to disappear. They don't always do that when you make them disappear. But it will when I undo the alright, now we're going to go to ultra scenery and turn that back on. Then we're going to go to our camera 2. See what we've got here. Okay, okay, I'm going to go back to ultra scenery. I think I can double click on this. No. Thought I could open it that way, but no, it's not going to let me. All right. All right, now we're going to go back. Tree. We'll leave that open. We're going to go to ultra. I am all crouped up today. I think it's because I'm on this massive diet. Where's ultra scenery? There it is. Ultra utilities. Okay, open back up. And now we're going to go to features. Okay, features. We're going to keep the river feature, ecology. All of this is going to keep the same. Water, build. Okay, aspens. We don't want any trees here. Daisies, grass tufts, river logs, don't want them. Road pebbles, don't want them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is have this go to camera 2 again. All right, let me see. Yeah, camera 2, rebuild the scene. Because as you see, I don't have any grass up here because I moved the camera out. It's probably a good idea when you're using ultra scenery and you're using the camera option to zoom out your camera a little bit. It gives you a little bit of play with your scene. Okay. Now before I go moving my ultra scenery scene, my ultra scene, I'm going to save it. So that if I have to go back and re-render it again, I can just bring it back into the scene. Okay, done. Now, as you can see, we have grass all the way over to the edge here. Okay, so because I know this isn't what I want. There's not enough water to really show the trees. Okay, let's texture shaded. Now, there's another possibility of what I can do with this land here. I could, we're in, okay, we are in, where I could just get rid of all these river pebbles and rocks and stuff like that and lay them down myself. Okay, lay whatever things I want. If I want a river log or if I want pebbles and stuff. But in order to do that, I'd have to create masks so that, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out a little bit more. I'm going to zoom up and out. And then I'm going to open up ultra scenery again. do that kind of idea of zooming out just in case I need more, okay? And then I got my camera to rebuild the scene just in case I need more grass up to the edge. Okay, done. Close. All right, now what we'll do is we'll save the ultra scenery. So we're going to go File, Save As, Scene Subset. Okay, we're going to call this ultra scenery in the fog. Ultra scenery, ULTRA. All right, and then we're going to just turn everything else off except that. So if I have to come back and re-render it for some odd reason, because I'm going to be moving, once I move this land around where I want it, because I've been moving the camera around, but once I move the land, I can't bring it back into ultra scenery. Okay, so now we have this land where we can move it around. And so here is where my camera is. There. So we're going to go to camera 1. Okay, and now we're going to move this ultra scenery land around. Like this. Z. And Y rotate. X. No, Z. I don't think there's land out. Looks like there is, but there isn't. So Z. Okay, I don't need this bridge. Okay. Z. Okay, I can't move the Z. X. X. I think this is it. Z. Let's see if we got grass and all stuff there. If there's no grass here, I've got the wrong place. So, it looks like it is. And now you can see where my camera stopped. This is where the, we're pretty darned close to where it's supposed to be here. So, texture shaded. We're going to go Y rotate like that and Z in. Okay. Iray. Let's see if it's all correct now. Yeah, looks like it's going to be. So, now let's start placing our trees. Okay, we have this whole pile of them, so I'm going to move them out of the way. He's got a little mushroom growing on him. Alright, so the fet trees, so we've got to go into Z. I mean, into texture shaded. to go Z like that. And X. Okay. X. Z. Z, let's see. Z. Put this tree down here and X. Put this tree there. Over. Z. Okay. These two trees kind of look alike. I'm going to get rid of that one. Z. Z. X. All right, let's see what this looks like in Iray. Now let's turn on. Okay, we'll get rid of the land, the old land. All right, we're going to go to our camera 2 can go, I guess. Now our what am I looking for? Oh, the environment setting. Environment option. We're going to turn on our fog now. Ground fog. I wish I hadn't deleted that other tree. But I can put it back in. You gonna turn on or ground fog? There we go. Alright, let's save this. Now let's mess with our ground fog. I think we got a little too much. Height. Let's go 100. Not 10. 100. Well, that's what 10 looks like. No, we did do 100. Okay, let's I have to turn the water off. Ultra scenery's got to get turned off. The ground. I wonder if I can just leave the water on. Okay. So far, this is a complete kind of failure, this scene. Gotta put some, my eye is bothering me. All right. All right. I think I'm going to take this tree, edit, duplicate. Okay, that's fit 15. Let's move it down here and over. Get rid of that tree. And then we'll just spin it around. Y, rotate. Okay. A little more. Y, rotate. Okay. And all right, we'll leave that like that. Now save this. And then let's go here with back to Iray. Okay, we're going to turn just the water on if I can. Where's the water? Nope, it's not going to let me do that. I have to turn it all back on and then turn everything off by hand. All right, let's leave the ground on too. Boardwalk end. I don't think I want these. I hate the way that does that. Okay, it should delete it. It shouldn't. When you hit delete, it shouldn't go to. All right. Feature props. We want them gone. All right. I'm sorry. I gotta eat. It shouldn't go to rename. Okay, save this again. Now we should have water on, but no land. We should have the land on as well, but no grass and all that other stuff. Okay, we can't really tell, but that's the way it supposedly is. Okay, ultra scene. Now we're going up here to our environment, back to our fog. Let's go. Now we can at least move around a little bit. Decay start. Let's bring this up here. Bring it back. Okay, I can actually see the water. This is kind of working what I kind of thought it was going to be like, sort of, kind of, maybe. There we go. We have decay start. You can see the fog is way back there. Now it's time for me to like read that thing. Density start scale. And what I'd like to do is have this fog. Okay, okay. See, you're not going to get anything below 0. Is going to be below. Okay, I think this one, start scale, is where at 0.51. This is the up and down. Okay. Because when we go below 1, it's obviously below our water line. Okay. Now what I want to do is make this fog have okay, so that's the up and down start. But I don't see the distance start. And I don't know what this anisotropy is. Anisotropy. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Okay. Decay height. Density N scale. Okay, this seems to be bringing it back into the front here. This is kind of looking nice here a little bit. It's not what I wanted. Not even close. There's no moss on the trees. All right, but well, let's turn the. Okay, let's bring this. Okay. Now, all right, that, the scale, okay, decay start. Oh, I just don't like the way it just goes right to here or here. And it's like in between here, that amount seems to be Now you got this sharp line again. That's the ultracine water. You have a sharp line, and then it gets clear. So it's not this. It's the way I'm using it and the way I'm thinking it works. That's what's wrong. Okay, it's not the way the fog works. Okay, and that, like I said, just works only in the middle. It doesn't work when you bring it to the end. It's gone. When you bring it here, it's gone. I think it's still there. I think it's this black thing, because when I turn the fog off, that black thing goes away. That's another thing. It's like on or off kind of thing. And in the middle, it's like, but if I understand how to work it, it's gonna, so kind of like getting, and I don't dare touch this density end and density start. This is obviously supposed to be here and supposed to be there. It's if I put it like a color in the middle, like red or green or something right now, it's supposed to be at almost 100% white. And this is, it's if it was supposed to be, this is supposed to be almost black. It's not supposed to be black. This is supposed to be almost white. So, yeah. I don't dare touch them at all until I figure out what they do. So, all right. So there's not much. Let's turn the these back on again, just for the heck of it, so we can kind of see what we've got for trees and what this whole thing's gonna sort of kind of look like. I'm not really that pleased with the way it's working out, but and the river stones. River pebbles, turn them on. Okay. So I've got two more aspects to this image, okay? And one of them is well, I think maybe, yeah, two of them that are important to me. And one of them is the fog. The other is going to be lighting, because I'd like a light to come in here and light up this area only. And then I want the fog to be, I don't want a sky here. I want this to all be foggy here. And until you get to about here, and then I want this lit up so you can actually, and the trees lit so that you can actually see the detail of the trees in the water. Okay, so and it's going to be the fog that's lighting this up. The fog should put off a white kind of light. So this is going to be all white in here, and all white in the background here. And then this is going to be crystal clear, and it's not going to have this pink color or any of this blue in here. It's all going to be white in here, around here. It's going to look, this is going to look like eternal, like distance. Doesn't look like that right now. So we're going to see. So it's not a complete failure. It's a half failure right now. Thank you for the likes very much, people. Thank you for the likes. So it's, so I will be back. Okay. So we have some grass here. I kind of wish this, grass, I wish it wasn't grass. I may take the grass out and put leaves here. Just a bunch of thousands of leaves. Okay. in here, okay? So I'm not sure that I like the grass. So, but the leaves will come up to the rocks, and so it's all going to be leaves on the ground, dead leaves, and all. So we're gonna see. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go and eat. I might come back and work on this. But I have to watch the video, the fog video, and learn how to use fog. And when I come back, because I kind of promised you guys that I'd show you how to work with fog, and I did show, pretty much what it was and all. So you got an introduction to fog. And when I come back, we're going to go into depth about what, antistop-free or whatever, what all that means, okay? I'm going to learn it, come back, and learn to use it. That's what this is about. It's me learning to use it because I want to be able to use that kind of fog, this kind of fog, because I have all kinds of fog, okay? Like, I'll show you what you use for fog if you're not going to use something like this, okay? You bring this over here, and I go to Files, okay, and we'll turn this Ultra Scenery back off again. And I'll show you what I have for fog. Okay, my ground just disappeared on me. Texture shaded. All right, so fog. Fog. And I have like, let's see, fog. I have like fog layers like this where you bring them in and it's like a plane and it looks like fog there. So this is supposedly, I have some ground fog here, distant, heavy, distant fog. So you put that in the distance. And then things that make things look foggy like these. It's kind of like this. It's kind of hard to explain the difference. But these are usually like lots and lots of planes, and each plane that gets further away, it looks darker, and you can change the colors. I have fogs that look like these, and these usually are not this kind of fog. This kind of fog that we're looking at, I believe, is like a particle field. I might be wrong. Okay, I believe it is an actual particle field. And I'm surprised that my computer can even deal with it at all. So there must be some kind of tricks they're doing with it. I don't know. These are some shader fogs. So you can see I have a ton of different kinds of fogs. None of them, very few of them, are like this kind of fog. Now I have some mists as well. And then these are very important fogs, okay? These are VDB fogs. These are like this kind of fog. And so if I have to, I may augment this fog with these kinds. And they're red and everything, but I can make them white. I can use the same exact kind of colors for these VDB fogs. I hope that anybody who makes a VDB object puts VDB in the title, okay? Because we have all these other kinds of fogs, and it's really hard you have to go to the product, and then sometimes you have to go to the Daz page and say, yeah, it's VDB. Put it in the title, okay? And if you type up VDB up here, it should come up. It should show up. Okay, look at these. These are all very special kinds of fogs. All right, this is like really helpful because this tells me it does show that these are all the VDB. I've like bought 1 million of them and didn't know where they were, but here they are. And they've only been around for a little while. why these say okay, VDB. Oh, this is really nice. It looks like some way of coloring the fog, the VDB files. Look at these. I don't know if I trust that these are VDB. Explore product. VDB Steam and Smoke Mega Pack. Oh my gosh. I just didn't realize I had all this cool stuff. And it's stuff that okay, let's bring this in. Let's see what this looks like. You can't see it unless you're in Iray. Look at that. Look at that. And so it looks all grainy, but if you once you let this render and everything, that is going to look so really nice. So yeah, you know, right now, if anybody makes a VDB product, I'll buy it. Eventually, I'll wait a few weeks or a month or whatever until it goes on sale. But I will buy any VDB product that has these kinds of volumes and smoke and steam and fog and magic effects like you're a wizard kind of thing and explosions, anything, vortex ring. I will buy it. That you can just bet that I will. It doesn't matter. Because they are at the forefront. Look at all the different versions of smoke that I have, and they're VDB smoke. We've only been able to use these VDB objects in Daz for a few months, and look how many I've purchased. Every kind of smoke here in the world. This is a huge collection of smoke. This is every kind of. This is absolutely and utterly amazing. So, yeah, this is really nice because the shape of it is what's hard to get. You can't make your own shapes. So they give you the shapes, and then basically you can move them, resize them, make them. You can. If I put a light inside here, this should, it would, like, if I put a red light down at the bottom here in this smoke, it would shine its way up through that, like a tree kind of, and make these little tentacles coming off. They would have little bits of light shining around through them, and it's very hard to do that and get it right. Okay, so but that's the idea, is that they're all white like this, but then you embed lights into them to give them different colors. You can change but it would be like all blue or all green. I believe you can change the color of it. And so now we have some other. Look at these, are very incredible. These are more fog. And these are probably how I can hide what I'm going to put here in the background, is in one of these big fogs if I have to. These say, and these, I just bought these like yesterday. These are VDB, they're the same thing, but they're patterns. This is amazing right here. This whole product here. This is something else. Yeah, I just bought this yesterday. Magic VDB for Genesis 8. And props. And these are the different VDB. Look at that. And these looks like they come with colors where you can just change the color of the light and you have a different, like these are yellow. But I could look how this is. I've been letting this sit for a while, and it's still rendering this VDB object. But now you can see how beautiful these are. That's why I just, if it says VDB, I've got to own it. It's just that simple. There's no doubt about it that I have to own these VDB objects. They're works of art, and I know I can use them. Look at this spell trail. That is amazing. It looks a little bit kind of splotchy, but it's really difficult. It's in the beginning trials where these fantastic artists are still learning how to make swirls and things like that. So that looks a little bit messy to me too. But they will get better at it. It probably took them 2 days just to make that. I don't know. Here's a sphere, a spell sphere. This is a 3D thing. It's not a flat plane with, with a transparency kind of thing. It's a 3D sphere. And that's that, and so I can embed whatever light I want into that, and so these are amazing. So this is another thing with these VDB, these are all just the ones that are in this one pack here. This is a fireball. This looks pretty well made. So, on one hand, that swirl, but look how realistic that looks. It's an impact against the wall or something. And look at that. So, I mean, this looks like superb artwork. Yeah, that's, and look at the fire. Now, when you want to put fire in somebody's hands, that's the way you do it right there. That's amazing. So before we used to have a little plane, and you just kind of loaded up that plane, but somewhere near their hand, and it looked like the fire was coming. This is like a 3D. It's completely round fire. That's all an actual object, and we didn't have these before. About 3 months we've had them, for about 3 or 4 months, and already these artists already knew these things were coming up, so they've been working on it, getting it ready to work, I think, in Daz for a long time. Here's some more really amazing stuff. You've got the smoke, and then you've got these objects. So it looks like they've combined the VDB with other objects here. So like the little sparks and stuff, they aren't the VBD. It's the smoke. And then they've put red lights inside of it. They've put the lights inside already for you. So all you have to do is go into the object and change it and say, oh, I'd rather have blue fire instead of red fire, and you can go in and just change the color of the fire. Frost decal, no idea what that is, but that is amazing as well. And frozen, so somebody's frozen inside of a VDB. Now is the object, that big cube, I don't think that's VDB. I think it's the smoke around it, but I'm not sure. But it's like what Merlin was encapsulated in. And you've got different ones here, different styles. You've got crystals, and they're, again, surrounded by this VDB. So they're very large, but you could make them small as well and put them on the ground or something, and then the ground would look like it was like it had smoke on it. So there's all, and then these are the crystals, ice shards. Those don't look like they have any VDB. These ones do. Okay, these are like, yeah. So these ones just say ice shards. These ones say VDB ice shards. So very nice. This is a runic circle, so I don't see any VDB in that. Maybe there is, but maybe there's a little bit of scorched body. Oh, this This may be where you can take any body and because it looks like they're made of smoke or some, they're I don't know. I'm not sure about that. So this has definitely got VDB. You can see that smoke. So that's what we're dealing with. We're going into this VDB stuff to learn more about it. Now I bought this also, these rocket trails, and I thought, well, unless I'm going to be doing some art with the Ukraine war or something, I'm not sure how I'm going to use this, okay? But I have them because, like I said, anything that's VDB, I've got to have it. And I probably paid about $9 for this whole set. Now, these clouds, I can definitely use. VDB clouds. And this is a huge cloud selection. Because I think there are lots of different varieties. These are low res. They've just shown the picture. They don't look that bad. They just mean that if you use them, that you're going to be able to. They're going to take up less computing power than the high res ones are going to look really. But if it's something in the way distant, you don't need to have. It's not going to look like that. They're just using that to exaggerate the fact that they're low, so you can tell the difference. This is the same cloud as that one, but one of them is going to work really, really quickly, and the other one's going to take up a lot of computing power. But they only do that just to accentuate the fact that they're low quality, but they're not. This one probably is going to do just fine in most situations, and you will never see that it's low quality. But if you need something, a cloud that you want to expand and make really, really big, then you'd want to use this one, okay? Because if you stretch that out too much, it's going to start to look crappy. Yeah, these are really nice. Look at that cloud. Look at that. That's a volcano cloud. And then you have some colors to the smoke, blue smoke. Yeah, so this is the way to find your VDB products. I hope all of them, like I said, I hope all of them put VDB in the title. Or so that when you do a search here in these all files that your product shows up. If you want people using your product, look at these rings. Now this looks like a really nice, they did that really smooth. They had to somehow, these look really nice. And you can make them more transparent by just using a dial, and look at that. And the only thing is there's no animation. You can't animate them. That's the thing. That's why they have so many different versions of them. At some point, way in the future, you'll be able to animate these, okay? Maybe have it morph from this one to that one, slowly morph to it, and have all the particles move from one state to another. I mean, because that's the first thing that really, you start working with these, and then it's natural for your brain to say, how do I make them move? Okay? That's not there yet. So it's not there. It's some programs, probably in that Sin that 3D program we looked at earlier. I believe you can animate VDB objects, but it's not here yet. So I would be very interested in doing some fun experiments with morphing VDBs in Daz. So as soon as that technology is here, I'll probably mess with some, and make some videos of clouds moving and stuff. I definitely would be, I'm not big on, I do know how to do animation. I'm not that big on it, but I mean on doing it because of what it takes so many frames. But I would do something, at least one or two art pieces with something like this. This looks really, look at this column. Wow. And they've got the red light, the purple at the bottom, and the blue going up through the center, and then the outer parts are like dark purple. That's some real artwork right there, and I envy that because I would love to know how to do that stuff, to make art. Look at that. So I'm going to work on it, because what this is a template. So I can load this into the scene, and then I can change the color of the fire inside. But for me to make that myself and to get the light inside just right would take me a day, 2 days, 3 days to figure it out, how to make something. And somebody's already figured it out and said, here, now I've given you the I've sold you the template, and now you can take these templates and do, I could put my own light inside these, like inside here, and do the same thing. I could put a red light inside and it would shine through just like these are. So, but they didn't put a light in those, but there might be some green ones with lights in them. I don't know. But they've put lights around here, and if you look at this, you can see where the lights have been kind of placed in the image. There's lights all kind of around the front and a couple in the back, and you can go in, I believe, and edit the lights. Yeah, I'm almost positive. So just like the shards here in these ones where they've added shards and these are like a VDB object with a rocket on the front. Okay, and I don't know that the rocket's actually, well, it says it's a missile pose, so you have to click on the missile, and then it puts the missile and lines it up with this. So they're mixing other things like lights and other objects, and you buy the whole thing together. They've obviously added some kind of light. These pictures should have been larger. I think this was made by Daz. These pictures are terrible size. They should have been bigger. Okay, this is 2022, people. They're terrible. Like, hello, look, there's some pictures. Okay, even though this is just terrible. These pictures should have been a lot larger than that. That looks like a person here. Fluidos. 2 VDB density. Wow, I didn't know. Okay, that's something that I've had for a while, and so I'm gonna have to look into that, because that's all right. So this is it. I'm gonna Arc Fury, welcome. There's all these cool objects that you can use in your art, Arc Fury, and these smoke ones are really, really nice. And like you can see, there's a smoke object in here that I've put in this scene. I just put it in to kind of give me an idea of what the scene is going to look like. But let's see what we turn the rocks and water back on. And that's this object here, this box. And I believe what they did was they've allowed it, because you can say stay within the box and it won't and then you won't see anything outside. But this one says allow it to go outside the box. And so this is really beautiful artwork here, what they've done with this smoke. It's just so amazingly beautiful. I really respect that. I really respect the artwork here. So I think I'm going to end this here, okay? I don't know what I did. I might have scratched my eye yesterday with my contact lens. My eye is really bothering me today, and I'm looking around. I actually used it. That's why I had the contact lens on, and I was filming a show, and so I filmed the parade. So my eyes were just darting around in my head with this contact lens that was freaking out. So I probably got to get some rest, get some food in me, and get some rest and let my eye heal. So I will probably I have already made magic themed art. Okay, I have all kinds of wizards with big beards and all kinds of stuff. So I've been doing magic themed stuff for a long time. And so but this means that I'm going to have some tools here that are going to be a lot more fun to use than the ones I used before were like flat images that had like fire, like a flat plane, and the fire, like this looks like it's just a flat plane, but it's not. It's actually, I could spin it around and it's a 3D object, okay? So it's it's got dimension. It's like a real thing, like piece of smoke. And so before and it's like I bought so many objects that are like, and I might use them too, because when you got a candle on a table, like in the back part of the room, and you want smoke coming from it, you don't have to have this kind of detailed smoke. You can just use a flat plane and plane smoke, a plane. This looks like it's a plane here, but it's a box actually, a 3D box. So you don't have to have 3D plane. You want 3D smoke when it's something up close, like somebody's hand, and you want the smoke coming from their hand. And when the camera's right on it, okay, then you want something this detailed. So that's how. These other objects that I purchased in the past, they're going to be they'll work well as well. If I go here into smoke, okay, you'll see that I have a ton of most of these things here. Like this smoke here, these are flat objects. They're just things. This smoke, there are a bunch of planes all lined up in like a book that's fanned open, and they're all planes, and they got their transparencies. They're not like this kind. That's little teeny tiny particles that are all suspended in space, and these are the same with these. And this smoke here, I'll show you. I have a product that's really nice. This smoke, see how that's a flat plane, and it looks like smoke or fire, but it's not really. But you put that in a scene and you can't tell that it's not. These are the same thing. These are like they're planes and stuff that and what they do is they put, like, if you can see this, there's a center line that goes down the middle of this. It's like several different layers, planes that are all fanned out, and it makes it look like it's one. It looks like 3D smoke from any angle you look at it, but it's really not. It's not like this object that is really 3D, okay? And then I'll show you some. Now these smokes, see these smoke? They're just a flat plane. And you put it over a candle and you slide, make sure it's centered right over the candle. But these are some really nice smoke. I mean, these things look look at how nice they are. Look how big the picture. Look at the artwork that went into these. So this is like really, it looks like it's a dragon or something. It's beautiful smoke. And then you get in, they went into some color. Look at the colored smoke. Look at that. I mean, this is just fantastic artwork. And for me to take that and get that color there into this object, I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do that right now with the state of technology. I could put a red light at the bottom and make it kind of look like that, or I could make it all red or all green or all blue. But to get this kind of smoke like this, you need a plane like that where it's already done for you. And how they made that in reality, how they really made that, I have no idea. But these are amazing. Look at that. So, and I have a lot of them. Look at them all. Every different kind of shape. And so, yeah, so I've been into these are blue ones, but I've been into, and we got these purplish with all kinds of different like blue streaks in them and and you can make them bright, fade out or, but all they are is a plane. I have tons of dragons. I have like completely detailed dragons with crystal dragons. I have really menacing dragons. I have storybook dragons. I have all kinds of dragons. Let's see, dragons. Yeah, look at these dragon body fins. I can add the fins to them. I have Dragon Slayer. Look at these dragons. And these are just poses. So I can put these poses on the dragons. This is the crystal dragon. Oh yeah, and I just double click and boom, I've got a dragon in my scene. And I can change their skin, all their textures on their body. These dragons kind of look like dinosaur dragons. Dragon wings. And I have a ton of them. So, and these are dragon poses. Because a dragon, you can move everything. You can move their fingers. You can open their mouth and make them blink. You can change their ear size and everything about their face and body. And you can organize them into whatever you really kind of want. I got to turn Ultrascene off. It's taking up all my memory here. Okay. Yeah, these are the dragons. So, dragon wings. Okay, here's and I think there's some dragons that I don't own yet. Look at the dragon spikes on their head. Now this is the Hellborn Dragon. This is the most menacing of all the dragons I have. This is a massive, massive dragon, and every bit of him is in perfect detail. I just bought another dragon. He's a bone dragon. Look at this one. Look at him. He's all made of bones and everything. And oh my gosh, what a dragon he is. Look at his ribs are all sticking out. And you can put him in all kinds of scenes and stuff. And he's also got a fire. You can change him so his bones are still there, but they're all made of fire and all. And you've got an ice one. You can change him to ice, too. I haven't even used him yet. I just bought him like 2 days ago. He came with the Necromancer. Yeah, he's got a ton of stuff. Now these are some more fire things, smoke things. I'm not sure that these are 3D or not. So, but yeah, this is all. And these are poses. So, some more poses, and for slaying the dragon poses, more poses. Snatch pose. Excuse me. All right, now, yeah, I've probably got 4 or 5 dragons, but then, you know, you can change the way the dragons look, and there may be a couple dragons that I haven't bought yet, but I bought the biggest ones. Let's see, dragons. Let's go to Daz. Dragon. I can tell you if I've got them all or not. Dragon. That one's, when it's got a cloud next to it, means that I bought it. I've already owned it. And I own the Necromancer Dragon bundle. So, I bought the bundle above that has everything, the Necromancer and the Witch and all of that. So I do own the Dragon bundle. These are poses for the Lich Dragon. And then all these other, like, they look like kind of stuff. They're old dragons. They're not as... like that one's only $1. It would probably barely even work in Daz Studio. It's probably made more for poser. And Dragon 3, this one does. Yeah, I own that. Okay, so I can turn off the ones hide items I own. Okay, and it's this Necromancer 8 bundle. I own that. I do own that bundle. So Grand Sorcerer poses. I may not have bought that, but if there's I think the dragon might be in this bundle that I already own. Oh, these are poses. Okay, this has got like a dragon pose for her to slay a dragon or something. This isn't even a dragon, really. But this is an Iray, though. This is fairly it's just not quite my kind of... It's very nice. It's good artwork. It's really good artwork. And right now this is going for $10 to buy that dragon. So, and it comes with all kinds of stuff. So HD original figure. Okay. Oh, this is the chariot that you get with it. It's $13 for the original dragon. It's almost 50% off. If you have Daz, it's 50% off. Diabolical Res Morifera. Okay, let's check this guy out. Oh, he's cute. Let's see. Yeah, he's Iray too, and he's for Genesis. No, he's not for Genesis 8. So, yeah. So, yeah, you can pose. You can move the tail, every part of their tail. You can and then you use the fire and those DVD things for the fire and for the dragon fire and stuff. And so, yeah. So, all right, I've got to go. My eyes is so tired right now. Usually it isn't, but because of what I did with my contacts, I may not be able to use contacts. I don't know. We'll see. I think either I might have the wrong size contact or something. We'll see what's up. So, thank you for watching. I'm going to go now. Check it out. Download. If you don't have Daz Studio is free. So you get Daz Studio on your computer. And then, you know, I don't know why I get so many people wanting to pay me to promote their programs, and eventually I'm going to start promoting them instead of Daz Studio, because something's got to come through here, and somebody's got to start paying me for this stuff, for promoting all this stuff. So, all right, very good. Download Daz Studio, put it on your computer, and then you can buy these dragons and load them into your computer. You have to have an NVIDIA graphics card. You can't be an an ATI or an AMD. It has to be an NVIDIA in order for Iray to work. So you have to have a very nice NVIDIA graphics card, and you have to have a fairly